Hey everyone, it's Kenny Bosick, and today I will be doing a one-year update on my 2024 Lexus RX350 F Sport in the iridium exterior and a black new Lux interior. Well guys, it's already been a full year since owning this vehicle, and I am absolutely so happy with this car. So I came from a 2022 NX350 F Sport and upgraded to this 2024 RX350 F Sport. I wasn't planning on getting this car a year ago, but the deal was so good that I could not refuse this offer. So obviously I did upgrade from my NX with some more options and equipment, but I also added a few things on the exterior as well. So it looks probably a little bit different than you remember when I first got the car. I made some aesthetic improvements on the vehicle, so you may notice the different wheels, the black trim on the roof and on the front bumper. So those are some of the main things I did upgrade on this model. So of course, even though this vehicle is a lease, I still want to make it custom and my own because I may eventually buy this car after my lease is up. I keep saying this every time, but hopefully I will end up keeping this car after it's all done with. But the main things I want to go over today are all the features that I've upgraded on this vehicle, and of course, everything I liked about the car, and a few things that Lexus could also improve on as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out these upgraded 21-inch split 10-spoke alloy wheels in the gray metallic finish. Now, if you recognize these wheels, these are actually off an RX500 F Sport Performance. So obviously, if you remember the other wheels I had, they're the F Sport factory wheels, which were okay. They weren't anything special, but when you look at these wheels, they really make a statement. I mean, come on, look at this. This really stands out when you look at it, and that's exactly what I wanted when I got these wheels. These actually retail for $4,000 for the whole set, and of course I didn't pay that. I found these actually on eBay, and I drove all the way to Dallas to get these wheels, $1,000 for the whole set. I mean, you can't really beat that. And I also got as much as I did for the original wheel, so it was almost like an even swap. So I'm really happy with the results. I would definitely do it again because it definitely looks different from all the other RX F Sports that you see on the road as well. Now I also added the black trim on the bumper of the vehicle, so of course makes it look more like an RX 500, gives it that more aggressive appearance and stance. So I love that I did that. I also added it on the mirrors to cover up that chrome trim. I also did it on the windows as well for the chrome trim, and of course the roof. So if you notice, I got pretty much all this wrapped in the gloss black wrap, so it really does stand out. And I love how it looks with the silver as well. I even wrapped these chrome bits in black as well. I just love that black contrast on the vehicle. So that was about, let's see, $1,100 for the whole wrapping on the vehicle. Not bad, but to me, I like my vehicles looking personalized and different. I don't want it to look like every other RX. And since I didn't get the full pano roof on this model, I did want to at least make it look like that I did have one. So that's why I opted for wrapping the roof as well, because that was the one thing I really wanted on this car, but I got such a good deal on this car that I could look past not having a pano glass roof. So here we are. I also, of course, added these crossbars just to give it a more aggressive appearance as well. I don't really use these, I just like the look of them. I think these were about $350 from the factory. I also added these mud guards as well. Surprisingly, they didn't have them on this car when I got it. Most RXs now do, but I had to pay about $80 for these on the car, so I got these installed as well. I just think they look a little bit nicer on the car. On the front of the vehicle, I also got the full PPF paint protection on the car. So I got that on the bumper, the hood, the headlamps. So everything on the front of the vehicle, I got PPF from Expel. And after driving all 30,000 miles, the car still looks amazing. I mean, you can't even tell this car has that many miles on it already. There's very small blemishes on the PPF. I'll probably get that fixed, but other than that, the car looks almost immaculate. You can't even see anything wrong with it. So if you do a lot of long distance driving, I would highly recommend getting PPF. So definitely get that from Expel. That's where I went. They do such a phenomenal job over there as well. So two other mods I'm considering adding on the vehicle are orange brake calipers. I really like the ones that are on the 2025 RX500 Blackline Edition. If you see my video of the Incognito, they have orange brake calipers right there and they look so nice. I would love to have those same calipers on my car. Or what do you guys think? Is the orange too much, or should I just go with a neutral color? You let me know in the comments below. I also want your opinion on what you guys think about body side moldings on the RXs. I have only seen a couple of these with them, and I actually think they look nice. But do you think it would look nice on an F Sport, or is it too much? Does it look better on a luxury? So you tell me, and let me know what you guys think if I should get those, because those are probably like another $200 or $300. Now, inside the vehicle, of course, I do have the black new Lux interior. These are the sport bucket seats. I also have the aluminum trim, which has a nice contrast. Love this compared to the black trim on the NX models. Of course, I do have the upgraded 21 speaker Mark Levinson audio system. That sounds amazing, by the way. I would highly recommend getting this system if you do get an RX, which you can only get in luxury models and select RX F Sport models. You also get this beautiful ultra suede trim on this model as well. I really like the texture and feel of it. Has a nice soft touch. Oh, and I also got these Lexus puddle lamps as well. I believe these were around $150 for these. So I got these for driver's side and passenger side as well. So those are a nice touch as well. Of course, these F Sport scuff plates were already included, so I didn't add those, thankfully. I did, of course, get the all-weather mats for the whole vehicle. That was probably around $175. And of course, this car is optioned with almost everything you can think of besides having a pano roof. The 2024 builds were kind of weird for the RX for F Sports, especially because they had a lot of the upgraded features, but they were missing like the pano glass roof on most of them, which I was very surprised when I got this, because obviously I would have expected it to have everything, but I guess you can only get the full pano glass on a 500 or a luxury package, which I still don't really understand that, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I've had this car almost a year and I hardly even open it, honestly. So no big deal here. So of course, on the inside of the vehicle, I do have the upgraded 14-inch display touchscreen. Works great. Of course, like my NX, very similar in the setup and everything else. So that's pretty easy to use. I do like the ambient lighting in this car, so that is a nice thing. It's actually a lot brighter than the NX I had, but it's not as bright as the 2025 RX that recently came out. And I'm actually surprised because they did do a few updates on that model where they updated the MID display and the ambient lighting in the car. It doesn't look so bad here, but it is a lot brighter in the 25 model. So that's all I'll say. I wish it was a little bit brighter on this one, but hey, that's okay. I can live with it. And here is the ambient lighting on the 2025 Lexus RX350. Obviously a little bit brighter, as you can see. Even in the daytime you can see the color a lot better. Now here is the gauge cluster for the 2025 RX350. So notice how everything is laid out, and it will display all your specific vehicle information, of course, with the controls on the steering wheel. So as I swipe down, I have a display 1, which is this one. I have a display 2 and a display 3. So a lot more cohesive, easier to read, and the fact that it's a little bit bigger makes a huge difference. And of course, the updated graphics look a lot nicer. Mine's okay, but after being in this one, I'm like, wow, I would have loved to have this updated gauge cluster, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. I still like it on my car regardless. And of course, this is the MID for the 2024 RX350. No big deal. It looks okay. I usually try to put it in sport mode anyway, so it actually looks a little bit bigger, like the 2025 model when they updated it. Of course, they'll show you all your basic information, which is fine. I hardly even use these buttons. I just look at my fuel economy anyways. Get about 25 miles per gallon. It's actually better than my NX, which was closer to 22. And on a full tank, sometimes my car can rate up to 400 miles of range, which is that normal? Because on my NX, I was getting a lot less than that. Kind of interesting. Of course, this is a driver attention monitor. I hate this thing, but I still have it on anyways, just because, you know, for safety reasons. Sometimes when I'm driving like this with my arm right here, it'll think that I'm distracted, and then I'll just turn it off. But for the most part, if you're looking away for whatever reason, it will tell you to look straight ahead, and it'll just keep beeping at you, which I understand what Lexus is trying to do, but sometimes it is a little bit annoying. I love the LED rear taillights that go all the way back especially, so has a nice contrast. I also see that on the new 2025 RX models that it comes out with new black rear badging. How do y'all feel about that? Do you think I should black this out or leave it in this chrome finish? I've seen it look good on some cars, but then it kind of hides the Lexus logo right here, so I don't know if I want to do it. I mean, I'm a bit partial to this chrome look, but I'll probably just leave that there. Of course, my cargo area, have plenty of room. Won't show what's back here because it's kind of messy at the moment. Wish I had power folding rear seats, but not a big deal. I can live without it right now. I also have my illuminated cargo sills, which look so nice at night. I love these especially. My favorite part about this, it just makes it look that much more exclusive back here. And here's the window sticker of my car with all the bells and whistles listed. This car was actually sitting on our lot for almost a year, surprisingly, because I think for this price point, people were buying the luxuries or other models, but not the F Sports. So I think that's why they also came out with the F Sport designs, so they can have an F Sport package with a lower price point. $66,000 is a lot, but I did not pay for this as well because I'm an employee here at Lexus, so I did get it closer to around 55, but it was a different time back than a year ago because we were trying to get rid of these RX F Sports because they were just sitting on our lot, and this was the last one I got before, of course, there weren't any more. So I got a great deal on this one in particular, and I honestly can't even believe I'm still driving this car. So with all the bells and whistles that you get on it, I'm surprised that no one else wanted it, because this is actually the same color combination that I would have picked if I got an RX F Sport. So I just think it's so funny that this car was kind of just meant for me to begin with. And I love it. It's been so great. I love everything about it. Besides, of course, the sunroof and little things, it's been such a great car. And really, Lexus is also paying for part of my lease as well. So I literally only pay probably like $300 out of pocket for this car. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll keep driving this car until the wheels fall out. So I'm very happy with it, and I'll keep driving it for a long time, hopefully. And of course, I will not stop talking about my upgraded digital rearview mirror, which is such a great feature. You can see all 3 or 4 lanes of traffic driving right behind you on the road. If you have your cargo area full of stuff, you can still see behind it. It's such a nice feature to have. I didn't realize I needed it until I had it. So if you know, you know, but if you don't, then you're missing out. It's a great feature. Also has the home link, so I have my garage doors paired and everything else. Of course, same thing with the roof. I won't go again about that. It's fine. And everything else is just great with the car. I love, of course, 360 camera. That's pretty much a must-have nowadays, especially when I'm parking. I love the advanced remote parking package. I've actually used this a few times and works pretty well as well. When I'm in Dallas, I use it a lot there, but great feature. Would highly recommend doing that as well if you've never used it. For those of you that don't drive Lexus, y'all are missing out because the maintenance is very inexpensive. I mean, you only really need to do your oil change every 10,000 miles or every 6 months, tire rotation every 5,000 miles. I mean, come on, these cars, they practically drive themselves. If you don't drive a Lexus, then you really are missing out because the maintenance is the reason why most people buy these cars. Besides being very beautiful and luxurious cars, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg when you take it over to, you know, get the oil change, like a Benz or a Beamer or an Audi. We don't want that. We want you to drive stress-free, hassle-free, and that's exactly why this is my 5th Lexus. It's been so easy driving these cars. I mean, even on my other Lexus, no issues. Even when there was an issue, they always took care of it. Always gone to a loaner. Everything was always okay. So guys, I am just saying I am such an advocate for this brand because this brand has really done so much for me, and that's why I do these videos. I want to show people all these amazing cars that we get from the dealership. And if you don't know Lexus, then I would love to show you. So please send me an email, comment, and I'll tell you everything I know about Lexus, because I could write a whole book at this point after being at this store for almost 7 years now. Alright guys, well this is a 1-year update on my 2024 Lexus RX350 F Sport in the iridium exterior and a black new Lux interior. Well, after a full year of having this car and driving over 30,000 miles, I am really happy with this car. If I were to upgrade, there's a few things I would consider. I really would want an RX hybrid for the better gas mileage, but I was also looking at an RZ, but the RZs would really need to improve their range before I really thought about that. I also looked at the new ES. I still need to see one in person, so I can't make any judgments about that model yet. And I also saw the new 2026 IS just debuted as well, which has an interesting front grille if you haven't seen it already. I would still need to see that one in person as well. But overall, on my 2024 RX, I'm very happy with it. It's been a great car. I love it for road trips. It has a lot of room. I can carry all my friends in the back. So if you're considering an RX, just know that this is a very comfortable ride. I've never had any complaints about it. It's such a good car just to go on road trips in. I would always take this out just because I'm higher off the ground. The drive is smooth. I never have any issues with it. And to be quite frank, it's honestly the best-selling model for Lexus. I mean, the RX is definitely the bread and butter for the Lexus brand when you think about it altogether. And there's no mistake that this car is the seller for a reason. Everyone knows the RX, and that's pretty much what it's known for. It's an icon. And that's why I drive a Lexus RX350. Thank you guys for watching today, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Hope y'all have a great day.